shall we? Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I hope you're good. Jerry turned his camera off, which just moved the boxes around and ruined my life. I hope you're all well. I'm your host, Shade C, joined by Hackney's finest, Jam. So hi, Jam.
Hi, Jam.
Okay, the
levels are moving, audio,
mate.
See if it works.
Yeah, and Jerry, all the way from pretty much Dublin, is in the house.
Pretty much, just like 3 hours away.
Yeah, it's basically next door, mate. How are you, Jerry, mate?
I'm good. Good.
Are you living the dream?
Yeah. Living some kind of a life, yeah.
Exactly, mate. I shouldn't do this one.
Live editing.
It's under live edit. I shouldn't do live editing. I should turn it off, really, but it is what it is, mate.
Why?
Jam, what have you been up to, mate?
Working.
Why have you been working?
And smashing and...
We know what you've been smashing, mate. What have you been playing? Anything?
Smash Brothers. I've not even played Prime yet.
He's not even played Prime, ladies and gentlemen. Not the fucking shitty sugar water from KSI and Logan Paul.
No,
the dope ass video game from the mad lads at Retro. You watching anything? I know you're a liar.
I've not seen the last episode yet. I've not seen the latest episode of The Last of Us. I watched him.
Don't shock you. It's quite good. It's quite good.
What?
Yeah,
I think I'm like 2 episodes behind.
Oh, eat shit, Jerry, mate. What have you been up to, Jerry?
Working on some new projects for my portfolio and playing a bit of Project Zomboid. Probably the best zombie game out there.
Probably the best zombie game ever created by mankind. Peaked zombie games with that, mate. How is Project Zomboid?
Great, man. Game that's out for 12 years, still in beta, I think. But seriously,
oh, that one.
Yeah. But massive updates coming. They update people frequently.
It's probably the biggest update in the world, mate.
And yeah, it's actually, I think on Steam, it's up there with like DayZ. There's a couple of big names that it's kind of competing with for like active concurrent players. So like, it's really taken off.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get bigger.
Jerry, I'm going to have to do something frightfully rude, mate. I'm going to have to interrupt you. Jam, can you do me a favour?
What?
Can you just get rid of that horrible fucking bit of chat?
Like, we're famous. We've made it.
No, famous. Sorry, Jerry. Carry on.
Well, that's it, really, isn't it? I mean, there's a huge update coming within the year. Graphics are getting updated. There's going to be like NPCs added to it. The map's already humongous as it is, but yeah, it's seriously, it's a game that like there's so many like intricate details to it and what you can do. It's so obvious and you know, like natural things you could do, but you're like, wow, the game can actually do that. You know, you wouldn't even think about it on first glance.
Similar
like,
to,
that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it's similar to Breath of the Wild when you still watch it 5-6 years later and people are still finding new things to do. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, this would be more real life scenarios now. I think I don't know what they're finding on Breath of the Wild, like, but you know, like
mate, it's mad. It's quite down a bit from what I've seen, but mad.
Go on, explain. What is it? What they found?
To the top of my head, I can't remember, but it's just mental combos and shit and breaking sequences and shit like that.
If it's like certain movements to like fly them halfway across the map, I mean, all right, that's just kind of game breaking stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about stuff in Zomboid that it's like, oh, that makes so much sense. Why didn't I think of that? But it's not game breaking stuff. It's just actual actions that you can do.
I know what you're saying, mate.
Yeah. So yeah.
Been buzzing. Yeah, is you?
Dan, what's up?
You watched anything or?
Me?
Yeah.
No, as I say, I'm 2 episodes behind The Last of Us. Anything else I've watched?
It's actually pronounced The Last of Us, Jerry.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
The Last.
Mate,
No, I
last
haven't.
one
So
last night was good.
keep it up.
Watched it Monday morning. The only issue, I feel like these are stories they could flesh out a bit. Like the last one could have been fleshed out a lot more than it was, and it felt rushed through, but it was still very good.
The whole season feels rushed through though. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
what is it? 9 episodes
9.
to cap off
10, but the
in
first one,
season.
the first 2 were squished together, so yeah, 9.
Yeah, and it's like if they just stretched it,
Blinked
to, I don't
it.
know, 13, just to
Yeah,
pad
it
it
was
out
good.
a little bit more. But I mean, they've done a really good job so far.
Yeah, no detriment to the quality of the series. We just, I feel like that. Oh, I can't remember the girl who was an arsehole with Henry and fucking. Who's the guy?
Well, that was a new character, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I said that could have been explored a bit more than it was. It was just like, hey everyone, bang, in a bit.
Yeah, I'm really
It's
angry
like,
because
okay.
someone killed my dad, and it's like, all right, okay, well, she's got a plot, she's got a reason, and then whoop, she's gone.
Was it a
within
brother
what?
or a dad?
I think it was.
Are we on about this last episode? No, we're not. Jerry's not seen it,
we're talking about.
Do you remember
episode 6?
Yeah.
And it's got the guy who played Tommy in the games in it. That's fucking sick. And fucking Joel's in.
With the big beard.
Yeah.
I was like, I know him from somewhere. I know him, but it's like fucking Tommy. Of course it is. Yeah. But overall, are you happy that you're wrong about Pedro Pascal, Jerry?
No, I still stand by it. But
you
anyway,
stand by shit. Shut up, you kid.
I'm stubborn like that, and I'm not going to back down.
Bollocks to it.
But I'm not going to say he hasn't been good though.
Oh, he's been fantastic. We're talking about people being good. Bella Ramsey, just give her all the awards right now, mate, because she's been fantastic. Like,
yeah, sure,
it's unbelievable, mate. Honestly,
I don't know. I look, as good as the series has been, it doesn't have a patch on the game. Really, it doesn't have this. I don't know if that comes down to the fact of like, do you know, like these people are like, they've got a book. Oh, they've read a book and there's a movie version of it. It's like, oh, they missed that part out, and that is how it explains.
But remember, the game's 20, 30 hours long.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And as a book would be, it would be longer as well. So I don't know if I'm just looking at it like in that light, in the fact of like that's how it really happens in the game, but in the TV series it's different, and I don't like it. You know, I'm sure there's like I think just a example off the top of my head is what Harry Potter. Everyone's like, oh, they don't even go into detail with that. You know, and I mean, I never read the book, so I have no clue. But yeah, and I think for that reason, because I never read the books, my only vision of it is the movie.
But I read all the books, right?
And that's it. But all right, well, cool, good for you. But I'm just trying to make a point here that, like, you know, my vision's skewed.
No, I know what you're saying. The game is very good.
But, yeah.
Very good.
I don't know. Yeah.
Speaking to someone at work about it today, and I'm like, oh, do you reckon they'll do it? I'm like, they fucking better end it where the fucking game left it, and I mean it.
Hospital.
Yeah, and the bit at the end when I'm not spoilers for the game, they're walking off and blatantly lying to her, and she knows she's lying to her, and it's like, oh God.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if this has put pressure on them to make the third one like dead quick.
Fucking bet no, I won't do it quick.
No,
Naughty Dog take the time.
Because Christ, I mean, for them
serial
to go through...
time takers are Naughty Dog, Jerry, mate. You know what I'm saying? Don't you worry.
As I say though, like what nine episodes for the first game, like it just. I mean, I'm sure it's going to take another year or 2 or 3 at least to even do the second one. You know,
the second one's probably already in the oven.
Probably already in the oven. Yeah.
The TV series is. I mean, the game, third one.
But you know, like I'm pretty sure there's going to be marketers out there like screaming for the third game to be made just so that they can, you know, keep up with it. Because if they bring out that second, go on. Sorry,
that's it. The game director won't have any of. He won't be rushed into making the game.
Neil Druckmann is a serial time taker. He's very talented at what he does as well.
Yeah. Well, I just hope it doesn't have any effect on it. Like I suppose.
I'm sure it won't. It is Peter on the floor, mate. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Jerry.
Yes.
That's what I've been doing.
What have you been doing?
Mate, I had a quick go of Wo Long. It's really good. The Sekiro clone, like from Team Ninja who made Neo, their new game. On Game Pass, downloaded it. Good. I've not been paying much attention because I've been playing Metroid Prime, the greatest game ever made. Ask me if I like Metroid Prime Remastered.
Well, I already know.
Mate. I haven't played it in so long. I've got to the point now where I can't remember where to go, and it's like I'm playing it for the first time again. It's fucking mint. So good. For those wondering, I've just got the gravity suit. That means anything to you. Probably won't.
You can start floating.
Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it when I remasters, it looks like you remember it, but when you go back and look to how it was when it first came out, it did not look like this. But it looks very nice.
Yeah, I was like that with Command and Conquer Remastered. So I got the remastered version. I was like, oh, this looks like the same. Then you because you can toggle the graphics.
Yeah. This does not look the same. I think all the best remasters do that. Like, it looks like how you remember it as opposed to changing it up too much. And also, last night I had a quick go over Dead Cells Return to Castlevania, which is just glorious in every way, to be honest.
Is really good.
Motion Twin.
On that.
Oh, mate, Motion Twin need to make a Castlevania game like right now, if they're not already making one, because I'm sure that conversation's been had.
Well, they must have, because they've got DLC for it.
Exactly. But I mean, that's technical. I mean, it's new. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. What else?
It is a good topic.
Go topics too. Go on.
I saw an article, or well, maybe just an online
Don't see articles, Joey. You'll hurt yourself.
About like remasters of games and how.
Oh, go on. I like where this is going. Go on.
Where let's use GTA Trilogy as an example, right? Where they just kind of
shit they brought out.
I mean, it was junk. It was junk in terms of gameplay, blah blah blah. But I mean, the long and short of it was that it was just graphically improved, But there's this talk of, should remasters be more than just a polish up and have more features and have improved gameplay, improved additional stuff to the story, etc. Instead of just as I say, a buff up.
Yeah, I mean, and you're coming dangerously close to the word remake then if you start pissing about too much. But Chrono Cross added like cut content, which was cool. Well, that's always cool. But I mean, depends how much you're going to charge, you know what I'm saying, Jerry? If it's just going to be 20, 30 quid, then do what you want. But if you're going to charge 50, 60, 70 quid, I want all the fucking bells and whistles. I want that fucking thing to make my dinner for me, you know what I'm saying?
Well, just talking about your Metroid game, the remastered version of that, right?
Mate.
What have they added to that?
Metroid Prime is perfection. They don't need to add a fucking thing, mate. They've added dual stick control. You may not remember. Have you played Metroid Prime, Jerry?
No, I never played Metroid, actually.
For the time, it's got weird controls for a first-person shooter on a console.
It was like golden.
You don't notice it.
With the GameCube.
They put dual stick controls in the remaster. And you don't notice how...
Metroid, obviously, but I've never played it. But with that remake now, what have they added to it? I mean, I know you say they don't have to, and there's plenty of games out there where you don't actually have to add anything to them.
Honestly, the new control scheme is just like, I know it doesn't sound like a lot in 2023, but dual stick controls on that game is just like, what the fuck? It just changes it completely, because the first time around you have to lock on and press the R button to hold still and aim that way, as opposed to just...
It was GoldenEye-esque.
Yeah.
Because you had the left stick to move around, then you press the right button to like aim the cursor around the screen. Yeah.
But back in the day, it was both on one stick, and it was like, oh, fuck's sake. Obviously, up-res graphics. The thing is, I'm starting to notice it as I play it more. The game needs some sort of fast travel thing, because getting from... It's a Metroidvania at heart, obviously, but it's in 3D, and it can get quite... I don't want to say tedious, because the game's perfect, but going from one end of the map to the other end, like figuring out the best route and all that, and I can just jump into a save point and just fast travel, which is like every other Metroidvania does that now, and perhaps they could have added that, and I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to think about it.
I guess my other kind of go-to would be the remake of The Last of Us, the first one, right?
Yeah.
And they took the graphics, they took the engine from the second one and put it into the first one. So vastly improved mechanics, better looking, etc., and then they slap the full price back on it again. Is
70
that
quid,
enough?
mate. Bam, that's why I bought it.
Yeah,
that does make sense because it's built from the ground up ish. But no one wants to pay it because they've already played it.
Because it's 5 minutes old. It's had a remaster since it's first come out, and then now it's got a remake, and now it's 70 quid.
Remake.
Well, I think Rockstar really got it wrong when they brought out that trilogy, and then especially on like the digital stores and stuff, they actually took away the original versions. They took them off, so everyone would direct towards this, you know, this trilogy or whatever.
And they,
and the original is far superior. So
I played Vice City remaster thing because it was on PlayStation Plus, and they fixed all the shitty stuff now.
I think it's fixed now.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, at
now.
the time, is it still what was the price of that? 70 again?
No, that was cheaper. I think that was 40
quid. 40 quid. Yeah.
Let me check. It wasn't 70 that one. I don't think.
No. That's the first party games that you'll get the 70 price tag on.
And EA and the other one. Let me see. He's not giving me a price. Give me a price. You give
35, 40 quid.
Yeah, it wasn't. That one wasn't 70. Oh, 60. This is from Rockstar's site. I'm looking at it now, Jam. It's 60 quid.
$60?
No, pounds.
Oh, fucking hell.
Buy now, $54.99 on. This is the Rockstar store. This is straight from.
Yeah.
If you were to go to Asda or wherever, I imagine it'd be a bit cheaper.
Oh, Chelsea.
The point is, it's not 70 quid, yeah? By the way, gentlemen, shall we crack on?
Yeah.
You know what time it is? Drum roll, please. Yeah? It's the UK fucking box chart sales, which account for about half a game sold in the UK-ish, give or take. A few copies here and there. What do you think number one is? You'll be shocked. You'll be fucking shocked.
No, sorry. What number one? What number
one? UK box chart sales. What do you think the number one is? It accounts for about half the game sold in the UK, give or take a few copies.
Across all platforms.
Yeah. Nintendo don't release their digital data sales, so the Nintendo games don't have that added extra blank.
You're just gonna say it's Prime, Metroid Prime.
No.
I'm gonna say that Hogwarts game.
Hogwarts game. But I'm gonna go from the bottom. Number 10 is Grand Theft Auto 5, up from 12. It wasn't in the top 10 last week, by the way.
Wow.
Which is shocking. Minecraft Switch at number 9. Wolong Fallen Dynasty, which is that game I was playing on Game Pass, number 8. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 at 7. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, number 6, dropping from 3. Mario Kart 8, keeping its number 5 spot. God of War Ragnarok, number 4, same again. FIFA dropping from 2 to 3. That's and a new entry number 2. What is it?
Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime Remastered. Which isn't bad considering it's been on digital sales for like 3 weeks. And Hogwarts still number 1. Where are we now? A bit more information. Wolong Fallen Dynasty debuts at number 8. 96% of its retail sales were on PlayStation. But remember, it is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Retro Prime Remastered, second biggest physical release of the year so far, ahead of Dead Space and Fire Emblem Engage. I mean, fair enough. Metro Prime was number 2 by 1,000 units, give or take a few. Surprise digital release back in early February. It's been available to download since about the 10th or so, was it? Is that right, John?
What's that?
About the 10th of February come out, didn't it? Something like that.
What is it?
Metro Prime.
Yeah, it was 3 weeks between the physical and the...
We'll call it the 10th of Feb.
The 11th, wasn't it?
I don't fucking know, mate. I'm asking you when the date was.
We want you asked.
Nintendo does not share digital blah blah blah, yada yada yada. New entry, Scars Above, that game that looks better than Returnal, debuted at number 22. And Octopath Traveler 2 fell from 6 to 14. Atomic Heart fell from 7 to 25. And there you go. There's your list. Up the toffees. How are you feeling about that? Well, on Metroid Prime.
Not even surprised.
He's finally figured it out. Sorry, I'm just reading Jade's message. He's been pissing about with the Xbox He's been poking at it for a while, and I think I've been thinking to myself, you're going to figure out how to turn it off soon, and I've just got a confirmation that he's just turned the Xbox off.
What was on the Xbox at the time?
Probably The Office.
No.
Which we need to have a word about that, to be honest.
Yeah. So have a talk with him.
Yeah. Yeah. About the charts, lads, before we move on.
Not surprising. To be fair, I didn't think Metroid Prime would get that high.
I didn't either. I think with its physical release being delayed so long, I thought fucking no chance. But hey ho.
Yeah, fair enough. It was Paddington.
Oh, Paddington, lovely. Jerry.
Yes.
You strike me as a big Square Enix fan, to be honest. I get that drive about you, mate.
Are we going to talk about that game that was gash?
We're talking about fuck all, mate. We're talking about President to step down after a controversial 10-year run. That's what we're talking about.
No, not because they made a really gash game.
Within
and
that,
because they made bear gash games.
No, within that controversial 10-year run, the greatest game of all time was released from Square Enix. So, I mean, it can't be that bad, right?
No, but didn't they disband that studio?
Yes,
that
they
game
did.
called?
I was doing the rundown. We're a bit late, by the way, because I was on late at work and getting home's a bastard, and I was hungry. So fuck you lot. What's the studio called, Jerry? I forgot. Luminous.
No idea. No idea. As much as I can't even remember what the name of the game is, so I'm just like
Luminous, and it's Forspoken, Jerry. Thank you very much.
Isn't it? I'm outspoken, obviously.
Lovely. Yeah, but anyway. What is his fucking name? I'm sorry. Where is he? Yosuke Matsuda, President, Square Enix, also a boss in Nier Automata.
Automata.
Yes, you can get him as a boss. You can get the fuck out of him. Very vocal about the blockchain and the NFTs and all that shit. Glad to see the back of him, but the new guy does a lot better, so we'll see how that pans out. Matsuda, who served as president since 2013, will be replaced by Takashi Kiryu, who currently serves as a director within the company. In a statement, Square said the decision was made to reshape the management team with the goal of adapting ever-evolving technological innovations and maximising the creativity of the company group. Buzzword City, mate, you know what I'm saying? This is from Jordan Sirianni at IGN, by the way. I'm not just bringing this out my arse. Jerry, do you have any attachment to this gentleman?
Nope.
Do you know what I'm on about when I tell you?
No.
Do you know what I'm on about? You probably know him if you saw him, but I mean, do you know who it is? No, you do.
I recognise the name. I don't.
You recognise the name. You've seen the picture on the old Twitter when everyone's fuming with him.
Probably.
You have, mate. There he is. So, bit about his run while we're here, everyone. While we're here, during 10 years, Square Enix oversaw the $300 million USD sale of the company's prominent Western developments, Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix Montreal, and Eidos Montreal, to Embracer Group. Those like Tomb Raider and Deus Ex and shit like that. I thought the Deus Ex games were pretty good. I don't know about you. Did you play them?
Nope.
Jam, come on, mate.
I know you did. I remember you buying it.
Yeah. I got home and was like, I'll buy a bit Deus Ex, and I did. And it was good, mate. The second one, that was. I played the first one, I bought the second one. Matsuda also controversially advocates in the integration of blockchain technology in game development. You know what I'm saying? In the future, we'd like to try a hand at providing autonomous game content. Let's not do that, lads. Until now, in most games, we've provided the content as a finished product and the players played the content. However, there are a certain number of players in the world who want to contribute to making games more interesting by creating new settings and ways to play. Well, they can just get RPG Maker or something. Yeah, I think Jam preferred them over Uncharted, Chloe, the Tomb Raider games. That was the other game they made. Thank you very much for reminding me. I appreciate that.
Right.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
The Tomb Raider is good. But
yeah.
Not Uncharted good.
Is it better than the first one where you had to press about 50 buttons to turn around? Felt like you were in a boat.
That's probably the best one.
Don't, mate. Don't. So the new guy. where is he? I forgot his Takashi Kiryu. Because I saw a lot of hope that this would sort of negate the NFT nonsense within the company. However, this gentleman wears his fucking... The previous company was like a marketing firm which sort of shouted on the rooftops for NFTs and the blockchain, so we'll see what ends up. Now, it is what it is, mate. Do you like Square anymore, Jam? I think you're the favourite developer.
Like 7 Remake was the last thing
I
I
like
liked.
Final Fantasy X, I did. Look at me, yes.
So that was the time, the last thing before that was Final Fantasy X. And then before that was the Bouncer.
Bouncer was shite, mate. Sorry.
No, it wasn't. It was great.
It was. Come off it, mate. I enjoy playing it, and it brings me joy. But you got to look at it through an unbiased lens, mate.
It was glorious.
It's got a fucking Primarch Sora on the front. It's called Sion by Sion. Chloe, what's his name in the Bouncer? Thank you.
Yeah, but what's it? Kingdom Hearts wasn't the thing then.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That he was like the sort of beta test Sora.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, he did look like Sora.
Yeah, he fucking did.
I think I do.
No, I've got it. I can't be able to turn on and... You haven't found it, mate.
Oh, my arm. Yeah, big time.
Is it not him?
This one.
Jerry, where's your copy of the Bouncer for PlayStation 2, mate? Oh, but I did not pay.
I don't think I've even heard of that game before.
I did not pay £22, by the way. Well, just in case you were wondering, lads. Yeah, I know. I'm really interested to see how they're gonna go. I'm hoping one day. Yeah, I'm saying.
Not making the boss it.
It'd technically be 3, yeah. Not bad.
To do that though.
And even then, they probably won't feature 2B anyway. But it is what it is. I'm very interested to see the state of Square Enix in 5 years. I'm sure they'll be fine. I hope they don't rely on Final Fantasy too much, because we know what happens when a company relies on one franchise. Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed.
4 games.
Yeah, 4 games coming out every 5 seconds, mate. Not that, nothing against Assassin's Creed, but you know, you've got all these studios.
Calm down.
Yeah,
quality over quantity and all that.
Just fucking make Rayman. Stop fucking about, yeah. I mean, I say that they got Rainbow Six as well. What am I on about? But you know what I mean. There is an asinine amount of Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, I think that series needs to be put to bed now.
Yeah, because
people keep buying it.
Yeah, people.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know. I think it's ran its course. It's ran its course.
You are all over it, mate.
They've got Assassin's Creed, Far Cry,
Anthem,
mate.
Probably the greatest game of all time.
Probably the greatest game of all time.
Bishop
to be honest.
Day one for £55.
Who did?
Bishop.
Oh,
I remember
God.
I remember playing that. I think it was a big robot, and I was like, oh, the potential was all over it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie to you. I was like, okay, I can see where this wants to go. And then it was like, no, pull the plug, spin a bit, live service, all that bollocks. And it was like, whatever.
Yeah, they really hyped it up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Way too much. Feel like when I got No Man's Sky the first day, and that turned out to be dog shit when it came out. But in all fairness to them,
in all fairness to them,
they've pulled it back big time.
They went off, put the Reds down, and now it's fantastic. I've not played it, but it's pretty good now, isn't it?
How long has that game been out? Yeah, the thing is,
about 50 years it feels like, mate.
Yeah,
7 years.
2018, right?
That was before that. Way before that. I remember
what? Really?
2015, 2016, maybe.
2016, 8th of August.
I finally got my money's worth for it anyway.
Yeah. Have you played it recently, or?
No. Look,
you've got no time for those shenanigans, mate.
It got way too big for me at one point, and I was just like, there was so much new stuff, and then I moved away from it for a while, and then when I came back, I was like, I don't understand any of this.
I do that sometimes. I do that with fighting games a lot, or like online games. I'm like, oh, this is cool. It'll just blow up, and I'll come back a year or two later, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Did you just use a fighting game as an example?
But you know what I mean? They add shit to it, and they've had patches and characters play differently.
Though, like if you play a fighting game for a long time and then start playing for it, it's like relearning it if you go back.
Yeah. Especially if they've had balance patches.
I'm thinking with No Man's Sky being so big as it is, like it's on a much grander scale, grander scale
than fucking
than
billion planets. That's what you mean, right?
No, not even. Just there's all these new features and all these things you can do, and what everything just tenfold is like you can do this now, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that.
Yeah,
that's like,
I've noticed. Okay. I haven't played it, but I've noticed them. Oh, you can get out of your ship now. You can do it's not get out of your ship, but you know what I mean. You can.
Yeah.
Play together and all that shit.
There's been like 1 million DLC updates for it. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm just overwhelmed by it. I'm like, nah, I'll pick that up someday when I'm really bored.
You're always bored on a Sunday, mate.
Always bored on a Sunday. But,
I can't believe in the introduction you didn't mention the football, by the way, because if I was you, I'd be one gloating motherfucker right now. You know what I'm saying?
It was good. It was a good game.
Good game. Shut up, Jerry, mate.
It was amazing. I was howling.
Yeah, it was, well, I couldn't watch it. My internet absolutely tanked just in that hour as the game was.
No, I saw it. I'm like, oh, okay. 2-0.
So as soon as my internet kind of kept coming in and out, so I kept getting notifications on my phone. So I was getting pissed off.
Sorry, Chloe.
I was getting really pissed off because I was just watching all these fucking updates for goals going in. And I was like, how am I missing this? So yeah,
human, mate.
Never mind.
Human.
But anyway, just announcement. I want to give out props to the guys that made the Sons of the Forest. That game's actually blowing up right now.
It is
small developing.
Have you played it?
Look, I played the first one. The second one's only out on PC at the moment, so I've been watching a lot of people play it.
It's definitely 9 minutes now. But
but in all fairness, I think it's still in early access or something like that.
I'm looking at the same page. Early access, £25, mate.
But in all fairness, now there is a lot to do in it, and if it's anything like the first one, and I hear it's a lot better than the first one, it's worth the money, man. It's a good experience.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What game do you mean?
I'm sorry, Jan was talking. What was the question?
When you say
buy PC.
Well, I ain't got the money for that at the moment.
Mate, fucking don't be like that, mate. Just get on it.
And I'm moving hopefully sometime soon, so I can't really be lugging a PC around with me everywhere.
You just don't want to.
I just don't want to.
Jerry, I have a question. Before we move on to the next topic, when you say the first game, what do you mean? Is it
the Forest?
The Forest.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. I didn't make that connection. Anyway, moving on.
Right.
Xbox Game Pass games been announced for the fortnight or month or whatever. Jam, you know one of them. Are you ready? Running down. We've got Dead Space 2 and 3 on the cloud. Sid Meier's Civilization 6, cloud, console and PC. The greatest game of all time, Guilty Gear Strive, cloud, console and PC. Valheim is finally coming to console, and Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom is coming to cloud, console and PC. Game Pass. Anything there that tickles your fancy, lads?
Guilty Gear Strive sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. NS is playing it now. You go watch him if you.
It's funny when you play against him.
Yeah, he gets through. Another man gets less. Not more.
I've got a topic based off these what subscription services, I guess, like PlayStation Now or whatever. Would you be happy for companies to just put out their new games onto that instead of purchasing them individually? But you just pay a monthly subscription.
I'll stop buying games physically if they did that, and I do like a shelf full of crap behind me.
Well, I particularly don't. I get
the sense you don't care, Joe. You'll be $10 a month. There you go.
I'm just saving the planet one plastic.
I mean, there is that, but
and clutter just really gets on my nerves. So
mate,
the less I have, the better.
Jerry, believe me, I get it, but I mean, the shelf behind me is beautiful, mate. Do you know what I mean?
How many DVDs have you got on that shelf?
I got no DVDs on the shelf, mate. This is what
Right.
this. I'm starting up a vinyl collection again. I say again now.
All right. Coming back quite popular.
Yeah,
now,
it seems to be bigger than it was. I mean, I don't really collect physical games. I buy the odd film. I know Jam's a connoisseur of the old Blu-ray, but
No, I'm falling off that. If it's a film I really want, I will buy the Blu-ray. But
yeah, I'll probably get the.
Man,
Go on,
I've
Jerry.
got drawers. I've got drawers full of DVDs. I haven't watched them in years, and do you know
Get
what? I
rid of
don't
them,
want to
mate.
watch them. I don't want to watch them because I've seen them so many times. And where do you get rid of those things?
Who
who wants
get a
them?
$5 for them. It'll be fine, depending on how many you've got. You have about 300 for a $5, mate.
No, I'd like
It'd
two
be-
two drawers full. You know,
Give me
You
a
get a
best
fiver, you get less
guesstimate,
than a
mate.
fiver.
Oh, I know that. I know, but you know, that's the thing, isn't it? Whether you hold on to them for just sentimental values, or you get rid of it for a $5.
Or watch them for a good time.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's not
Then again-
Possibly.
Then again, 30 years from now, you probably won't be able to even find a DVD player, so or a Blu-ray player. It'll
Or
be
you
something
can.
else.
There'd be no
Yeah,
player.
it says that. Can you find a VCR player now?
Well, then again, I might be
You
dead in
probably
40
can,
years.
but-
I don't know.
Yeah,
How
sure
much
you
is
can.
it? Go on, debate. How much is it? I'm curious. VHS player.
50 quid.
Yeah, 50 to 90 quid. I'd say something like that. Is it worth it, Jam? Oh,
Depends.
I thought that was a fucking.
It's sick though. You've seen AVGN?
Who?
Angry Video Game Nerd.
Who?
Yeah, that guy's
Cinematic.
class.
I know that is your
Yeah,
game.
if you look, his like YouTube setup is just an old 80s, 90s video store.
It will be.
It
Yeah,
looks
I
sick.
imagine. Yeah, it's cool, man.
It's just I'd love to have a surrounding like that.
Get
Yeah,
one.
but
Then.
in all fairness, like, how much money has he pumped into that?
Probably less than he's made out of it.
Probably a lot less,
Yeah.
but
He was quite popular before YouTube was a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was one
I
of
used
the-
to watch his stuff.
He was on Screw Attack.
yeah, it was, mate. Hey. Anyway, gentlemen. Jam, how would you feel if Sony were like, no more physical, here's your subscription service, or fuck off? They won't, but
I'd
what
be
was
upset, but I can't. I won't like it, but I'd have no choice.
You don't like it, but you'll bend over anyway because you love PlayStation, mate, right?
What else? What other choice I have? I can't buy the games, but I want to play them, so there's no option.
Human.
I'll be like, fuck you. I just have a Switch as my main console.
Hang on. All hail. There it is.
Zamasu.
Yeah, mate. Moving on. Speaking of the Nintendo Switch, Jam, thank you. MVG, do you know what that is? Modern Vintage Gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those that don't, those are less cultured than Jam. Not a lot of you I know, but I'm joking, James.
I'm the most cultured.
MVG, game developer slash YouTuber slash. He's sound. Go and subscribe to him. He published a video. It's this one. I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to try and remember to put it in the. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to try and remember to put it in the description. Jan, will you do me a favour? Will you remind me when we finish? You're going to forget as well.
I probably will.
I would forget, and I feel awful. Because I want to spread the word. But he's got like 700 odd thousand subscribers, so I'm sure he'll be fine if he's not in the description to our video. But that's not the point, is it? Doesn't matter. I'm getting off topic. He released a video with his opinion. Usually I wouldn't bother, but because he is who he is, and yeah, I mean he does what he does for a living. He says that the Nintendo Switch will probably struggle to do backwards compatibility if they move from the Tegra X1 chip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what you feel about. I know what you feel about it, but just confirm my first instinct, Jam. How would you feel about? Let's just say the Switch 2 come out. We'll call it. I know it should be called the Super Switch.
Let's Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, whatever. Just let's. It comes out, and Nintendo you can't play your old games, lads. See in a bit. What are you thinking?
I mean, I know it's Nintendo the Masters are backwards for compatibility.
Are they?
What? Yeah.
Are they?
Not yeah, but like, what's it? Well, actually, to be fair, you could play GameCube games on the Wii. You could play the Wii games on the Wii U. Game Boy games for Game Boy Advance, for Game Boy Color can go on the Game Boy SP.
I really love what Xbox did, where they just said that you can play most of the shit on this sound.
Yeah.
All your peripherals will work.
They might not be the masters, but they have always done it.
Except for like the GameCube come out.
I'd be pretty bummed out if you can't play Switch games on the new Switch.
Yeah, I mean the Switch is about to hit 1 billion software units sold, like games sold, which is just crazy. I think every PlayStation's done that, but I don't think any Nintendo console's done it. I'm welcome to be corrected on that. I think I'm right though. But I mean, the point of there's always been like that one for the Switch Pro, so I'm just a bit, if it does come out and it's like, oh, it ain't happening, lads.
If they do a simultaneous launch of here's a Switch Pro and a next gen Switch, they can't do that. That'd be shit.
No, that'd be stupid. No, that would be stupid. But perhaps still have two models of a next gen Switch, and one will be backwards compatible and one won't be. The backwards compatible one will be the expensive one. I imagine if they're going to do that, they'll probably do that.
Just the backwards compatible one's probably going to be a bit thicker. Add another cartridge slot into it.
Obviously the motherboard's going to be more expensive to manufacture.
I'm down for it.
But I mean, it does offer some like. Jerry, do you have any opinion on this, or did you not ask?
On what, the new version of Switch, is it?
Yeah, like if the new Switch came out and you couldn't play your old Switch games on it, would that be like a deal?
It's too recent. They'd have to have it.
It's 6 years old, Jerry.
It is.
Yeah, it is. But then again, like, what was the age gap between PS3 and PS4?
Just, I'll give you a better one.
Oh no, sorry.
7 years.
Was it PS2 and PS3 then?
N64 and GameCube was 5 years.
It was 5 years, 6 years for.
So you couldn't play that
PS2,
on it. Yeah, that's right.
The original PS3 came out with backwards compatibility, but that was a standalone version, wasn't it?
Yeah, as time went on, they pulled that out. Oh, I've got a story about that, Jerry. I'm fuming. Right, my original PS3 bricked. It was one of the ones you could play PS2 games on it. And then Sony were like, "Oh, do you know what? Fuck this. This costs too much to. I don't know the decision, but they pulled it."
I had the same issue, but it didn't brick.
I was playing Metal Gear Solid 4, and it bricked, and I had to go and get a new PlayStation. And guess what? I got the one where you couldn't play PlayStation 2 games, but I couldn't have a PlayStation 3 because I had to finish Metal Gear Solid 4, which I had to start again because I lost my save because it was on the brick PlayStation. And breathe.
What? Because the hard drive had failed as well.
Everything fucked in it. It just went boff. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
They got rid of them because they didn't want to fix them. That's all.
I had one, and I traded it in for I think I've got a slim version.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved that. I loved that original one. It was class. It had all the
big fucking
the slots on it as well, didn't it? It had like SD slots.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it had an SD card slot for. I don't know what the point of that was supposed to be.
Put some data on the PlayStation 3, mate.
Anyway, regardless, my point is, what was the age gap between the PS2 and the PS3? Just as an example.
About 6 years.
2006, 13.
About 6 years.
7 years.
7 years.
That's the
you're saying
it?
You're saying now what? The
2006 it came out, PS3. 2013 for the PS4.
Yeah, but the 2 and 3 is 6 years, isn't it? Because that was 2000 to 2006, right? Okay, yes. Yeah, Jerry, sorry, go on.
Right, so you're saying that the Switch is, 6 years now?
6 years, last week it was.
Last week, right. So it's still within the same kind of time period, right? So I wouldn't not have
with you.
Compatibility.
I think they just need to figure it out. I know it's easier said than done, but...
Well, like, in all fairness, right, what is the most important thing of a console update? The graphics, the interface,
the loading into JPEGs, Jam, you know what I'm saying?
That's my biggest gripe, I'm not gonna lie.
the process or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All the
I think they're moving on to the new architecture, which then that video I've just shared, and it's in the description, explains it way better than I can. So if you are interested, not just you, I'm Jerry, but anyone that's watching, do you know what I'm saying? It's good insight. Yeah. Sorry, Jerry, I'm keep cutting up. Sorry, go on.
Sorry. What I would be pissed off with now is if they change the cartridge or something like that. If the cartridge doesn't, I mean, maybe it does for processing power or
apparently
memory or whatever.
That's an issue as well. It's quite expensive to produce the cartridges, especially if you want a 64 gig one or whatever.
But what are they going to do? Are they going to do the mini discs again?
I don't fucking know, mate. I'm really intrigued what they're going to do.
Yeah,
and then most of it you've got to download.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, the only way to combat that then is if they're going to move to another form of media for games on a new console, then they must at least have a slot for current Switch games. That's the only way, right?
Yeah.
I just reckon they'll stick.
Would you be open? Would any of you two be open to like an extra model that is backwards compatible and a new model that isn't, that is cheaper? Would you be open to that? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the same as what the PS5 at the moment. You got your digital version, you got your disc version.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
It's cheaper too.
Same sort of thing. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Pay more for games though. You could end up paying more for games.
What, online? You mean?
No, digital.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play. You technically play PS4 games on the discless PS5. Just download it. But I know what you mean.
I'm just a man for the world.
You're a man.
Get rid of all
You're
this
a man with a plan, mate. That's what
plastic.
You are.
I want to get rid of the CDs. I want to get rid of it all.
Save the trees, mate.
The future. I'm all about the future.
Jerry's going to end up. He's going to be in his 80s, living in a white room, with white floors, a chair.
A chair. Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
That's it. Just a chair.
Basically, mate.
I'm going to die in that chair too.
Probably.
Yeah. I'll probably send it on to one of you guys in my will. Maybe you can have half of it each.
I'll have half your chair, Jerry,
half
mate.
A chair. You can get it together sometime. Put it together.
I'll be all over that. Lads, anything to add before we move on?
Nope.
Move on.
Oh, buzzing, mate. Speaking of replaying older games, a random sequel was announced on Sunday. I don't know if you saw this. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. Is that how you say that?
Tenkaichi, isn't it?
Tenkaichi, whatever. Someone correct me because I don't know how to say it.
Tenkaichi and then Chi. Tenkaichi.
Yeah, it's no release date, but there's getting a sequel, so it's Tenkaichi 4. You assume it's going to be the Dragon Ball Super shit in the Tenkaichi engine doing all the fucking Tenkaichi shit. I'm more of a fighters man myself. I think there was a fighters tournament, Tenkaichi. Is that what I said? Yeah. Right, okay. Gibbo's on it. I don't like shit games, mate. This is the... You know what I mean? So, when I told you this, were you Jan, we saw this the other day, didn't we? Were you buzzing, or were you like...
I just didn't care.
You didn't care? You don't care? Because
dude, the Budokai 3 is one of the greatest games ever for Dragon Ball Z, but we're in a world of... I mean, I prefer 2D fighting games.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks nice, though. Fighters are sick, mate. No. No, I fucking rule the roost, mate.
Gibbo shit as well.
Gibbo's not very good, mate. Gibbo wishes he was as good as my main man here, mate. But it is. I'm looking forward to see what it is. There's no like name. There's no. I assume it's going to be PS4, PS5, all this fucking bollocks as well. Probably going to be a Switch version or a Super Switch version or whatever. It just seemed to be drop out of nowhere. There's no time frame on the release, but it's exciting for people that did like that subpar fighting game back in the day. I'm joking. It was very good back in the day. But since fighters, I don't think I can go back. I don't know about you two. But moving on.
Oh yeah,
no opinion on it.
Your opinion, lads.
I am.
Some good news. Finally, Metal Hellsinger, you played it?
No.
Nope.
This is the sequel to BPM, isn't it?
I think it's a similar sort of thing, but I don't think they're connected. But I could be way off there. But it is whatever. Nobel on Twitter gives us the good news. It's getting a DLC. Dream of the Beast launches March 29th. 3 new skins, 2 new songs, and 1 new weapon. I'm going to butcher these names, so before you shout at me, I'm sorry. Christina Scabia. Yeah, from Lacuna Coil, and Will Ramos from Lorna Shore. I assume they're doing the new songs. Yeah, any interest playing this, or like? I'm glad it's getting new content. It's on Game Pass, I think it was at one point. I've looked at it a few times, thinking now's the time, and then I've just played something else. So perhaps one day, but not today. I do not care. Jody, before we move on, what's the score?
2-0 to Chelsea.
2-0?
Yeah. Kai Havertz missed a penalty, and for some reason he got a chance to do it again. So
he doesn't.
Yeah.
The official Borussia Dortmund Twitter account just tweeted Jude. Sorry, is it not 2-1 now? Or,
he went a little wide of the goal.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So
fuck them off then. Is he going Madrid or what?
Am I going what?
No,
the game?
fucking Jude Bellingham, you madhead. Or
is he going Madrid? No, he's not. Of course he's not.
He might be. You don't know.
No, he's not. He's not though.
He was Asian, Jerry.
He's not though. His dad told me.
Yeah, mate.
What?
What's some bad news? Awful news, mate. Lince Works, pretty sure I'm saying that right, is closing its doors after 9 years. Very upsetting.
What they made?
Origami. That's sneaky around.
So they made that Origami.
Made 2 of them. They released a statement. It's over on the old Twitter. It says it's quite a lot, so I'm going to keep it short. So we have some important news to share with you. It's with deep regret that we have to announce that Linceworks will effectively stop the development of new projects indefinitely starting this April. Why not just stop now? I don't know. Whatever. We've been lucky enough to work on what we've loved for the past 9 years, pouring our hearts and souls into creating immersive and entertaining games for you to enjoy, and we are so proud of what we have accomplished. But unfortunately, we have to come to an end. Basically, they go on to say that the new projects were too ambitious, and they were basically they ran out of money. Basically, that's what they're saying. Have you played Origami?
No.
They're on Game Pass. Well, 2's on Game Pass, I think. I played 2 a bit. It's good. It's not like the greatest game of all time or anything, but I enjoyed my time with it. It's unfortunate this has happened. I'm sure the very talented people there will land on their feet, as always. Joe, have you played that?
Play what? Sorry.
Origami, mate.
Why? I don't know why that sounds familiar, but I can't remember for the life of me what that is.
It's the one.
Exactly.
I'll get a fucking trailer up. Don't you worry. Pink sneaking round. That's similar to Tenchu-esque kind of thing. A little bit.
Let me have a look.
Not a lot. Let me get it on the screen. That's the wrong one. Sorry, everyone. There you go. It probably is, mate. This is IGN review. I've got the video from here. Yeah, a little bit. But it's more Tenchu-ish and stuff. It's pretty good. Yeah. So I'm saying, oh, yeah, it does. This is the game. This is probably your favourite game of all time, mate. But condolences to everyone there. I hope you land on your feet. But as they say, gentlemen, the show must go on. 3 more, then I'm 3 more, then I'm going back to bed. You know what I'm saying? Jam, your favourite game of all time. Front Mission 2 remake is coming out 12th of June this year.
I do not care.
Speaking of Square Enix games, did you play this? No. Did you, Jerry? I'm sure you did. Now I'm saying I heard of it. It looks like a video game. I'm sure it's quite deep and it goes a long way. And it looks like it could be Primark Fire Emblem. Or Primark Advance Wars, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, man. John, are you going to get this day one?
I was never going to get it ever.
Yeah, you were. You were like, oh, fuck Advance Wars off. Let's get Front Mission 2 remake.
Oh, it's to April yet.
Are you fuming? But anyway, moving on. Did you play Sea of Thieves? I know Jerry did, right?
No, I wanted. Wait, Sea of Thieves, right? On Xbox? No.
On the Xbox and the PC, mate.
But I actually did want to play it, but because what always really fascinated me was the graphics of the water in that game. It looked unreal.
Seen better water than Super Mario Sunshine, mate. You know what I'm saying?
I like the idea of it as well, like, you know, just maintaining a boat between a couple of people and stuff, stop it sinking, and it just looked like good fun. But I heard it was just pure grind.
Yeah, I believe it was. On paper, it should
I like the premise of it, but isn't there supposed to be another pirate game coming out, or it got delayed?
Skull and Bones, mate.
Is that what it is?
Skull and Bones, yeah.
Is that supposed to be pretty much the same thing, or what?
Suit. No, it's a similar thing, I believe.
Non Xbox version, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Ubisoft game, which basically took the combat from Assassin's Creed 4 and just made a game out of it. The ship combat, I think. I don't know.
If it's just that, then I mean, Christ, might as well just play Assassin's Creed.
You might as well play Assassin's Creed. But Sea of Thieves getting a documentary for its 5-year anniversary, lads. I imagine, you know, all the developers talking you through it and all that shit. I love shit like this, by the way. It's why I've whacked it on. Do you know what I'm saying? It is going live March 20th. I'm all about it. I think it's going to be shown on YouTube. It's called Sea of Thieves Voyage of a Lifetime. So there you go. Because I love seeing behind the scenes shit. Buzz off it, mate. I don't know about you, Zoo, but
I think that'd be pretty interesting. I think it had a bit of a rough start when it came out first.
It did. It was very rough. But to be fair to Rare, they've cracked it again. Like I forgot what they're called. No Man's Sky developers. Heads down, bang, sorted it. What are they called, Jerry?
No idea.
They made Joe Danger.
Is it Hello Games or something?
Yes. Oh. No, that's not them. It is them. Beg your pardon. Yeah, sorry, Jerry. It is them.
Right off the top of my barn.
That was from. You pulled that right out your backside, mate. I can fucking appreciate it. Last thing I want to touch upon. I reviewed seeing the trailer for the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film.
No.
9.
It's probably the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Is it?
I've been asking Dan to watch it for like 3 days now, which do me I didn't.
I did it on purpose.
I know you have. Anyway. I can't tell if that's a dig or a buzz, Jerry. A dig, right. Okay, no, this looks fucking sick. From the guy who directed The Millers vs. the Machines, it's got a sort of... I know it's starting to get to the point where it feels overdone, but it's got a sort of Spider-Verse vibe to it. It's slapstick, it's quite funny. It looks like what's old is new again, I'm sure. It's good. And Splinter's is fucking Jackie Chan, so what more do you want? You know what I'm saying? The fact that this is the first time we've seen Splinter as Jackie Chan. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm day one.
Sick as well.
Day one. I'm all about it. But anyway, that's all we've got time for. Have you got anything to add? Any forgotten? Any unpopular opinions? Anything you want to add to anything?
No, I think that one all talked out anyway.
Good lad. Have you got a forgotten gem? One of you?
Well, I
Imagine
no,
not.
I've forgotten Gem. Nah,
No.
not really.
Okay.
You went last time.
Not
I
tonight.
don't fucking
Anyway.
know, mate. Jerry, hold your horses, mate. Wait there.
Shining Force, Sega. There you go.
I never played that. Did you?
Shining Force is class.
Class, why is it? Destruction Derby 2, that was me, Jam. You'll be doing Shining Force?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Jerry, the first one, yeah? Not 4.
Well, to be honest, Christ, I was so young when I played it. I can't remember if it was the first one or the second one. I'm leaning towards the second one, but then I did go back and play the first one, but not as good.
Which one do you want me to highlight now?
Two.
Right.
Two, yeah.
Okay. Shining
Good
Force.
Old school RPG.
Is it like dungeon crawly kind of? Where is it?
Man, it
Yes,
right.
it is.
You know how like Final Fantasy, you can battle and level yourself up.
Yeah.
This game doesn't have that. There's a set amount of battles.
Oh, is that how it is?
And so, if I don't know, you've either got to have your team set up with the right skill level, with the right whatever.
Was him. Nice, mate. Do you remember what the story's about? Oh shit, Jerry, 2 seconds. Don't, stop talking. Wait there. Oh, Jerry, 2 seconds. I'll talk again. Yeah,
just saying that I don't really know what the story is about off the top of my head, but it's quite generic. Bad guy trying to take over the world.
Okay, cool.
In medieval setting now, this isn't like modern day or anything like that. So it's very old knights and
nice
horsemen and all that kind of stuff.
Nice. I know what you're asking. I know what I know, Jerry. How much does a copy of Shining Force 2 set you back in 2022?
What, like a Sega cartridge, is it?
Yeah, Sega Saturn, Shining Force... Oh, come on. What's going
20
on here?
quid.
Shining Force 2, complete excellent condition. Joe's saying 20 quid.
Excellent condition.
Jam, what are you saying?
Make it 60 then.
Okay. Jam, what are you saying?
Probably like 2 quid now.
Like 20. 15 to 20 quid.
Shining Force 2, complete edition. £100.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
One's at 120, one's at 180.
He's really punching, isn't he, with that price?
Shining Force, I think it's a rare one. Yeah. Shining Force 2 Mega Drive, PAL, £350. Why is it 300 from Spain, Jerry? So you never know.
It's got a cheese grater on the back of it.
It's got. Why is it?
Jack loves that. He loves cheese.
You invented eating cheese, mate. You're like, oh, what's this?
It's got a bottle opener on the side of it as well.
Yeah, man. Anyway, lads, pleasure as always. Thank you so much for coming on.
No worries.
I appreciate your time as always. Everyone watching, reminder, I appreciate everyone. We just hit Jam and Jerry. Can you believe this fact I'm about to tell you? It felt like
we hit that last week, by the way.
I know, I forgot to say. I'm so sorry. I care about that much. I keep forgetting. It's not. I don't write it down and I forget. 100 followers on Twitch. So if you do follow, you do all that shit. I appreciate you very much. Anyone that's taken the time to just come and say hi, we appreciate you. Now on to, you know what that means. We're only 900 away from 1 million. So
we're
I
not
think
900
about that.
Away from 1 million. We're 900 away from 1,000.
No, so 999,900 away from 1 million.
Baby steps.
Jam. I'm nearly there.
Well,
so thank you very much.
Your mum doesn't count though.
No, okay. 999,901 away from 1 million. No, But I get seriousness. I really appreciate it. And then watch on YouTube as well. Thank you for the like. You just clicked there. Thank you. You probably not made it this far, so do what you want.
Might have scrolled this far.
Maybe. Those watching.
Click the like button.
Those watching before the 9th. It's a big day for Daniel. It's coming back on, and he's going to tell us the 10 greatest games of all time. He's doing his top 10 list, so don't miss that, or catch up on YouTube, or just look at the fucking JPEG that Jam will make for me the second I hit the stop streaming button on the OBS. But by 8 o'clock on Thursday, you're going to run through Dan's top 10 games of all time. Very intrigued. There's a few I can think of which are potentially going to be there, but it is what it is. Jam, what are you up to for the next 2 days?
Get rid of COVID.
Oh, I got COVID, mate. Don't cough on the screen, mate.
I have to play Prime, I suppose.
You suppose.
That's what I'm doing tomorrow.
Listen to yourself.
If I'm not going to work for the next few days, I've got a few days to do.
Oh, you'll be back in work, mate. Jerry.
I'm allowed to work if I feel good enough.
Oh, yeah, actually.
That's mad, isn't it? Considering what,
That's
a year
bullshit.
ago or two, you'd have to be
Stay at home for 10 days.
a mile clear of the place.
Actual bollocks, mate.
Now it's just like, it's just a cold in it.
Yeah, that's what I
Just
thought
a cold, innit, mate? Jerry, what are you up to?
Working on some of my projects that I made. I'm reworking the first one I did because it's pretty garbage compared to what I do now. So yeah, it's looking pretty good.
About that, mate. Hope they all turn out well.
Cheers.
I'll be finishing Metroid Prime. Looking forward to Dan's top 10. But until that time, thank you very much for your time, everyone. Keep it casual. Peace. And as always, up the toffees.
Yeah.